Hello YouTube, Freddie Cardona here. Here we are in Patterson, New Jersey, getting ready to do another driving and the news video for you. For many of you that do know, every morning when I commute to work, I listen to 1010 Wins. And last September, I started uploading these videos. So I know that these videos are not entertaining per se, but I feel it's important to record our history, especially our local history, which could be lost to history. Because usually on the internet, you're going to see stories that were major stories in the US. But local stories, neighborhood stories, things like that, they do get lost. Plus, listening to the 1010 Wins broadcast, you get to listen to, even if you know about the major story 10 years from now, for the most part, you get to listen to the real-time broadcast of that story, which is kind of like archival footage, right? So that's one of the reasons that I do upload almost daily news videos. So we're going to start at the 7:30 mark. We're going to do it as we drive in Patterson, New Jersey. So for those folks that are Patterson subscribers, I recommend also that you listen to the driving in the news videos or watch them and my Fred Drives video. All right, let's see what we got.
Some rain and drizzle, humidity 67%, winds north at 10. We're going up to 47 and maybe some rain later. I'm Susan Richard, Winds News Time 7:30.
And a very good Wednesday morning, everybody. Welcome to November. I'm Scott Stanford. Guess one way to handle the city's migrant crisis, offer those folks free one-way tickets out of town to wherever they'd like to go. Mayor Adams trying to alleviate pressure on the city's overcrowded migrant shelters, and he says he's not trying to harm asylum seekers by offering them free rides out of the Big Apple.
Mayor Adams says putting limits on migrant stays and offering them transportation out of New York City is a necessary function.
Our goal is not to deter. Our goal is to manage.
Officials say more than 50% of the migrants that have been in the city's care have moved on. Chief of Staff Camille Joseph Varlak explaining.
We have demonstrated nothing but care and concern for the asylum seekers that have been here, and so the notion that we would be purposefully trying to confuse them is not something that would be consistent with our values and how we do things.
The mayor says it's one thing if this was a finite number, but about 2,500 migrants continue to arrive each week. Juliet Papa, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Winds News Time 7:31. We go from migrants going out to commuters coming in. How's it look, Karen Stewart?
Well, we've got 41st Street here closed in the town, in city, 8th Avenue to 9th Avenue. We've got a water main break going on there, so 41st again closed between 8th and 9th. The southbound Hutchinson Parkway has a disabled vehicle at Westchester Avenue. We've got the left lane blocked there. I'm looking at it live here on the 1010 Winds Jam Cam, and the delays go back to Pelham Bay Park in that case. Now, over the Hudson Rivers, we checked what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound Georgia upper level is 70 minutes again, an hour 10, with a crash on the upper level eastbound mid-span. And the inbound lower is an hour 10, with an accident blocking the right lane approach of the tolls. Great. Inbound Lincoln is 40. Inbound Holland Tunnel is doing a 15-minute number wait right now. Over in New Jersey, westbound 280 near exit 14 in Newark, we've got an accident. We've got the right lane blocking. We've got that spin out blocking a lane eastbound on 80 at exit 59 for Madison Avenue in Patterson. It's actually on the shoulder. We've got that tractor trailer fire in the northern suburbs in Greenville on westbound 84. The right lane is blocked there. And the westbound northern state on Long Island has an unauthorized tractor trailer. Again, at exit 35 for Route 106, and all lanes are blocked at this point, trying to clear this unauthorized tractor trailer. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock, breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Hey, savvy seniors. If you're 75 or older, you can unlock the potential of your $100,000 or larger life insurance policies. For a swift and free policy appraisal, contact us at 1-844-WE-BUY-75 or visit WeBuy75.com today.
AccuWeather 4-day forecast meteorologist Dean DeVore. What say you, sir?
It is a cold, damp morning out there with some bits of rain or drizzle with the wind out of the northeast at around 10, 15 miles an hour. The combination of the 43-degree temperature in Central Park, and that wind, the real feel is 32. So make sure you're bundled up. Those real feels are going to stay in the 30s even after this bits of rain and drizzle kind of dry out a bit. We get into some sunny breaks. We may get another shower or two this afternoon. Highest temperature on the thermometer the rest of the day, 47. Then the wind eases off. It clears out. It's cold tonight. The suburbs are going to get frosty and freezy. The city is going to get down to 36. So a cold start. Still chilly tomorrow despite sunshine, up to 51. Then 60 on Friday as it gets more pleasant. It gets better over the weekend, low to mid 60s. And it looks like it could stay dry for the first time in 8 consecutive weekends after having some rain.
That's the Passaic County Community College there in front.
32 in the rain and drizzle. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station. 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
It's National Diabetes Month, and 1010 Winds, together with United Health.
We just rode up Van Houten Street, and we're making a left on Memorial.
Even reversed with
I'm taking the long way to work.
provider about your risk factors.
Winds News Time 7:34. Some good news coming out of the actors' strike. The two sides said to have some great talks yesterday, and they'll be back at it again today. Word is they're headed in the right direction. A couple of sources on the studio side tell the Hollywood Reporter that a deal could be imminent. This would be day 111 of the strike. AI continues to be one of the top issues that they're working through. Most soap opera fans know him as Nicholas Cassadine from General Hospital. Actor Tyler Christopher passed away yesterday.
The last person I want to be with is Hayden. But I had to tell Lulu that story so she would stop questioning me.
Okay, I don't understand. Why would you lie to your sister?
Because I couldn't afford her knowing the real reason Hayden is here.
Christopher was also known for his stints on Days of Our Lives. Maurice Bernard, who plays Sonny on GH, posted the news on Instagram saying Tyler had a cardiac event in his San Diego apartment. Tyler Christopher was only 50 years old. Winds News Time 7:35. The list of most expensive zip codes is out, and if your zip code is on the list, can I borrow a few bucks? Study shows the majority of wealthiest Americans live in California and New York. For the 4th straight year, Atherton, California is the most expensive zip in the U.S. You'll need around $8 million to own a home there. It's near Stanford University, so that's the closest I'll get. A lot of Silicon Valley techs, the tech execs live there. Beverly Hills, second at $6.2 million. Sagaponack, New York, Southampton comes in third at $5.9 million average median income on the homes there. I did have an ice cream there once. I passed through.
No. You insulted him a little bit. You got a little out of order yourself.
Well, that's Robert De Niro. We know him and love him in Goodfellas, but in real life, the Oscar winner was back in court putting on a show on the witness stand. De Niro with more explosive testimony in the civil trial where his former assistant is suing for $12 million. One of the issues is alleged gender discriminating pay. Former assistant Graham Chase Robinson saying that the De Niro's company paid her less than another male employee, I should say. De Niro responds to that claim, quote, "Give me a break. That was nonsense. For her to use that is so ridiculous." The trial rolls on today.
You know what word I'm not comfortable with? Nuance. It's not a real word. Gesture is a good word. At least you know where you stand with gesture.
The gesture is a good word. Comedian and actor Paul Reiser has something new to talk about. We're going to run it down. 1010 Wins Entertainment's next.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part.
We're now on Main Street.
The best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why the maintenance and repair pros trust Ranger.
I was going to pull over there for a moment. So I wanted to thank everyone for watching and listening. About 4 days ago, I received a message, a notification from YouTube that the channel received 1 million views since its inception. So I thank you guys. I thank the ATF squad, the All Things Fred community.
As low as $0 and $0 copays. Plus, get up to $266 a month.
We're here on Main Street, crossing 21st Avenue.
And get up to an additional.
Listening to the news and some commercials. So these videos are really for the future. So future generations can listen in on a random day in the New York metropolitan area. Let me pull over. And people can listen to what was going on that random day.
Program for the chronically ill.
And what a commenter told me that what would be cool is people can go back, check and see if there's a video, a driving in the news video that was put out on their birthday. And they will go back and listen to that on their birthday. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully I got a lot of people's birthdays in these uploads.
Of course you said mad about you. Helen Hunt, Paul Reiser. Mr. Reiser coming out with his first new stand-up special in over 30 years. Reiser set to tape the special November 17th in Denver. Of course, recently starring in The Kaminsky Method and Stranger Things. Love that guy.
Center's Plan for Healthy Living is a Medicare Advantage plan that offers additional...
We're heading into South Patterson.
Traditional Medicare. CPHL has several Medicare plans, some with no premium or deductible, and some include a debit card of up to $290 a month for OTC, groceries, and utilities if you qualify. Call them.
So all of my subscribers that are here for Pride in Patterson videos, keep in mind that I do have other playlists on the channel. I have a Driving in the News playlist, which this is kind of a crossover to that. And I have a Fred Drives video where I drive all over northern New Jersey and sometimes upstate New York. So you might want to check those videos out as we pass St. Joseph's Hospital. That's an iconic Patterson location. I do have a video there, so if you want to check it out, just go to my channel and search Pride in Patterson, St. Joe's Hospital. There's a car flying behind me. Want to let them all go. And we have a bus coming. That's the 190.
We could reward you with $10,000. That's 1010wins.com.
And we're about to get the 740 headlines.
The News Watch never stops.
Here in Patterson, New Jersey.
Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 43 degrees at 7:40 on this Wednesday, first day of November. I'm Scott Stanford. Here's what's happening. A 109-year-old statue at the Blessed Mother has been vandalized at a Queens Catholic church. A Cornell University junior has been arrested for online threats of violence against Jewish students at that college. Israeli airstrikes reportedly killed one of the Hamas leaders responsible for the terrorist attack on October 7th. New York Congressman George Santos could be expelled from the House as early as today. You want to feel old? 3 young girls going viral on TikTok because they had no idea how to get their new Taylor Swift CD out of the case. Took them about a half hour, and then their mother showed them how. Checking sports, Knicks beat the Cavs. Texas just a win away from taking the World Series. AccuWeather, not a great start. Chilly, rainy, a little drizzle around. Clouds and sun this afternoon. Only up around 47 degrees. Wins News Time, 7:41 here on this Wednesday. We get you back out to the roads and Karen Stewart.
On the Hutch in the Bronx, southbound approaching Westchester Avenue, we got a disabled vehicle. We've got the left lane blocked. We are heavy. We've got delays to go back to the New England Thruway, but you can jump on the New England Thruway as an alternate. 41st Street here in the city is closed. Between 8th and 9th Avenues, we've got a water main break there. Over at the Hudson Rivers, we check what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 70 minutes, an hour 10 for the George. For the upper and the lower, on the inbound George lower, we've got an accident blocking the right lane, approaching this toll plaza. The inbound Lincoln is 50, and the inbound Holland is a 50-minute wait. New Jersey, we got a couple of things here. Northbound 287 at exit 30 for North Maple Avenue in Bernards Township, we've got an accident. We've got the left lane blocked there. In place of 287, not much available to us, unfortunately, in this case. Westbound 280 at exit 14 for Newark, we've got an accident in the right, so you can take 78 there. And eastbound 80 at exit 59 for Madison Avenue in Patterson, we've got a spin out. It's only on the shoulder, but it is causing a little bit of a backup there. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes around the clock. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, somebody vandalized a church in Flushing, and a statue of the Blessed Mother was left without a hand.
This vandalism taking place sometime Monday night into Tuesday morning. Church camera system not working right now, was damaged in a recent storm, meaning no surveillance video will come from here. The statue of the Blessed Mother, more than a century old. Church spokesman John Quaglione.
It's a time to unify and be together and pray that this person who did this has a conversion of heart.
So on this All Saints Day, a police investigation ongoing here. But the church
We're crossing School 9 here on Getty Avenue.
Will go on as planned this Saturday. Glenn Shuck, 1010 Winds, and 92.3 FM, Northern Boulevard in Flushing.
Winds News Time 7:43. A junior at Cornell University in some really hot water today after he was arrested for allegedly making deadly threats against Jewish students at the school. Police say 21-year-old Patrick Dye will be in federal court today in Syracuse. Governor Hochul says threats like these will not be tolerated.
The message is clear. You will be caught. You may think that you can be anonymous and post what you want, but there will be consequences, and this will be an example of how serious we are taking these threats against New Yorkers.
In an online discussion group, Dye allegedly posted messages calling for the deaths of Jewish people, with one that said, quote, "Gonna shoot up 104 West." That's a predominantly kosher dining hall next to the Cornell Jewish Center. As for the rise in hate crimes in the Big Apple, the governor and the mayor are asking New Yorkers to try to bring that tension down.
We are watching just really an erosion of the decorum, the erosion of who we are as New Yorkers, one of the most diverse cities on the globe. And hate has no place in our city.
NYPD says hate crimes are up 7% overall since the Hamas terror attacks on Israel back on October 7th. Israel's invasion of Gaza growing more intense, troops and tanks advancing further into enemy territory. An Israeli strike on Gaza's biggest refugee camp reportedly killed one of the Hamas leaders of the October 7th attack.
The Israeli military says the air assault on the camp took out a top Hamas commander linked to the October 7th massacre, as well as a large number of militants. Hamas is firing back, launching more rockets toward Israel. In the city of Ashdod, 4 people were wounded. The daily rocket barrages reaching deep into Israel.
That's correspondent Tina Kraus. 2 Israeli soldiers were killed yesterday in the ground operation. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken told a Senate hearing yesterday that the U.S., along with other countries, are looking at the future of Gaza and what it would look like if Hamas is removed from control there. Meanwhile, when it comes to the humanitarian aid into Gaza,
there is one glimmer of hope. In the past few weeks, that Rafah crossing, that's the crossing between Egypt and southern Gaza, has opened. It's sort of limited. It's temporary. The news actually came from the White House that 66 trucks had crossed over from Egypt into Gaza, primarily on board medical supplies.
That's correspondent Charlie D'Agata. Winds News Time 7:45. This isn't what you really want to hear, but FBI Director Christopher Wray is warning that the risk of a terrorist attack on the U.S. has risen, quote, to a whole other level not seen since the emergence of ISIS.
A sober warning from the director of the FBI that the war between Israel and Hamas could lead to attacks in the U.S.
Our most immediate concern is that violent extremists, individuals or small groups, will draw inspiration from the events in the Middle East to carry out attacks against Americans going about their daily lives.
Director Christopher Wray said domestic terrorists could target Jewish or Muslim communities, and he specifically mentioned the arrest of a man in Houston earlier this month
who'd been studying how to build bombs and posted online about his support for killing Jews.
That's correspondent Scott McFarland. Winds News Time 7:46. While diners were enjoying the celebrity caricatures inside Sardi's restaurant last night, there was gunfire on the outside. Gunshots rang out in the theater district right after 10 o'clock. Police say a 16-year-old boy was shot. 5 young men were arrested. The 16-year-old shot in the shoulder. He's going to be okay. Witnesses say at first they thought it was a Halloween prank or some type of scene being played out. Well, this could be the end of the line for New York Congressman George Santos. Word is Santos is facing expulsion from the House later today. He'd become the first congressman in more than 20 years to be removed by Republicans from his own delegation.
There are plenty of residents here on Long Island who will be watching very closely if this vote takes place tonight. The bottom line, they want George Santos out of office. They have been telling me since the beginning of the year he's not fit to represent them.
So we're on Kirks Avenue. We're actually on the Clifton side with Patterson on the left and Clifton on the right.
Republican Congressman Anthony D'Esposito and other local congressmen put the expulsion resolution forward.
We'd be very happy to keep ourselves out of New York 3 as we have enough work to do, but we were sent here to do a job, and we are going to represent Long Island and New Yorkers the best way we can.
There is a big hurdle. Do they have enough votes? Expulsion requires a 2/3 vote in favor, meaning nearly 80 Republicans would need to vote with all the Democrats.
All right, we're leaving Patterson, New Jersey now, getting ready to go on Route 46, heading towards Garfield. Wanted to thank everyone for watching. for all my ATF squad, my All Things Fred subscribers, just want to remind you that I do try to post a Patterson video at least once a week. And the preferred day is Saturday, and then I have the Fred Drives videos, that's on Sunday. So for all of you that tune in to the Patterson videos, keep in mind that Monday through Friday, for the most part, I do upload a Driving in the News video, and some of those videos do take place in Patterson. So if you're going about your week, you want to see a video from Freddie Cardona, you can jump on the channel and see what's going on in the New York metropolitan area, at least listen to it as I drive to work. And you can check out those videos Monday through Friday. So you'll basically have content for the most part every day. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much again for us reaching 1 million views on the channel. I really appreciate that. Of course, I couldn't have done it without you guys. All right, we'll see you on the next video.